Hey there, how you doing? So have you ever experienced, restaurants charging you for convenience fee after, for using your credit card? Then that is what we're gonna be discussing in today's video. Possibly maybe you've experienced these and you wonder exactly some key points and also reasons for these and also some possible solutions that you're needing. Then that is what I'm gonna be explaining and talking about in today's video tutorial. Now let's talk about some key points that you need to know about this. Now the first one is the widespread practice, okay, because several people that I've asked, from forums that I've been into, they acknowledge that it is common for restaurants to charge a convenience fee, for using the credit card. All right. And a lot of people have talked about these, and everyone that have experienced their dissatisfaction and they are unhappy about those fees, because why should we be paying convenience fee even after using our credit card? All right, one thing that I see about this is the lack of transparency, okay, because a lot of users or even a lot of people that I've known have mentioned that the problem lies in the lack of transparency regarding these fees, as they are mostly hidden, okay, and not clearly disclosed to customers, because these restaurants they hide this fee because they don't disclose it to customers. It's just like a tactic for them to get more. Okay, so the convenience fee is kind of something that I also don't really like, and I'm certain that you also don't like this. And another thing about this that you need to know is that sometimes these fees they help small businesses. Okay, yeah, it's in the perspective of small business owners. It helps to cover the costs associated with credit card transactions. Okay, so that is why some small businesses they charge this convenience fee. Okay, so especially small businesses they charge this a lot because it helps them to cover some cost associated with the credit card transactions. Okay, so legal implication, okay, because the legitimacy of this is what I cannot guarantee, because I don't know, maybe there is permission under some certain regulations or law. Also, I've seen some people talk about considering alternate payment methods, okay, like using cash or mobile payment apps to avoid those fees. Although these are just the key points from this, and there are some conversations that I've read online that also touch upon customer rights and importance of advocating for fair and transparent pricing practices in restaurant industry. Now, talking about some major reasons, okay, regarding restaurants charging convenience fee for using credit card. Now let's go straight and talk more about them, which is the first one is the transaction fee, which restaurants often cite transaction fees imposed by credit card companies as the reason for implementing convenience fees. Okay, so they talk about transaction fees, okay, which are being imposed by all those credit card companies that issue credit card for we users, and these fees are one of the reason why they impose those fees, because I've been in some groups and I see some people who owns restaurant talk about this, and they're like, okay, the main reason is because of the transaction fee from all these credit card companies. That is why they implement this convenience fee. Okay, so it is we customers and end users that are gonna be the one to pay for it. All right, and another one is the operation cost. Okay, so they are associated with processing credit card payments. Okay, because some restaurants they have some operation costs which are associated with processing credit card payment. So all these operational costs, instead of them going ahead to be the one to bond the risk or be at the cost alone, they decide to charge convenience fee from users customers so that they'll be able to handle that part. Okay, also profit maximization is one of the reasons. Okay, because there are some speculations that convenience fees are primarily a way for businesses to maximize their profits by passing on transaction costs to customers. Although this is not really good, because it's more like another extra charge among all the charges that we customers are paying. As a credit card user or even as a customer, we pay a lot of money out there. Some restaurants that use this as a way to maximize more profit, okay, and they do this by passing on transaction costs to customers. Okay, also there is minimal cash transaction, which is the fourth reason that I have here, because in an increasingly cashless society, okay, there are some restaurants that rely heavily on credit card transactions, and they thus implement fees to mitigate associated costs. Okay, so in case there are some cashless society, restaurants rely heavily on credit card transaction because it helps them to implement fees to they use this to implement fees, and it helps to mitigate the associated cost. All right, there are also some industry norms that are happening these days, because other industries impose similar fees, so restaurants also feel like they can they feel justified in doing the same, because there are a lot of industries out there that they impose a lot of fees, okay, on customers. So restaurants also, they feel like they shouldn't be left behind. They can also use this to make more money, and also possibly fix some part of their expenses. Okay. Also competitive pressure, because there are some restaurants that that might feel pressured to implement convenience fees to remain competitive, okay, in the market, especially if their competitors are doing so, because there are a lot of restaurants out there that do not want to charge convenience fee, but by the time they see other competitors doing this, then they do not have any choice but to also implement this convenience fee, so that they can also remain in the market and they won't lose out and lose to competitors. Okay. And legal compliances, because some businesses claim that charging convenience fees help them comply with legal requirements or regulations regarding credit card transactions. There are some businesses and restaurants that have said, them being able to charge convenience fees, it helps them to easily comply and stay with the legal requirements from the credit card company, so that they can still be in the business and be able to keep processing their payments online. Okay, so those are the reasons for these that I've been able to get online from my research. Now let's talk about some possible solutions and alternative measures that you can use for you to be able to scale through from this problem. Now the first one is using no fee credit cards, because there are some credit cards from banks like Chase, okay, Capital One, or Discover. This institution, they often offer reward cards, okay, with no additional fees for transactions. So specific cards like Chase Freedom Unlimited or Capital One Quicksilver or Discover It Cashback are example of credit card that might be recommended for their no fee transaction. In case you're using any of this card also and you're still getting charged, you can let us know in the comment box. But I've been able to see several people talk about that, them using this card, it helps them to it's a no fee credit card, so it's kind of helped them to scale through from all these additional charges, okay, from all these restaurants or any business out there. All right, another one is you can negotiate as a customer, okay, you can negotiate with the restaurants to waive convenience fees, especially if you're a regular customer, okay, or patrons, you are making a large purchase. So if you're the kind of person that you are a regular customer for a particular restaurant, okay, or business, or let's say restaurant here, you patronize them regularly, and you can tell them to waive it up for you, okay, because you're already a regular customer, so they shouldn't be charging you for convenience fee from time to time, okay. And also in case you are not really a regular customer but you're making a large purchase from the restaurant, maybe you are making a whole lot of purchase, then you can tell them, you can negotiate with them for for them to waive up the fee for you. All right. And also you can use mobile payment application like Apple Pay or Google Pay, which can help you to bypass the need for physical credit cards and associated fees. Okay. So a lot of people have, I went ahead and I see some people say they are able to, scale through from these charges because they use Apple Pay, okay, or Google Pay, which helps them to bypass the need for physical credit cards or any associated cost. Okay. So this can also be a solution for you in case you want to try that out. So you can try out any mobile payment apps like Apple Pay or Google Pay. All right. Another one is, although this one is not really that advisable, okay, because you really can't go ahead, but let's just talk about it, and that is the aspect of legislative action, okay, advocating for legislative measures to regulate or prohibit convenience fees, okay, for credit card transaction in certain restaurants, okay, so, or certain jurisdictions. So this one is not that much advisable. I just saw the point from a user, and the person said, oh, they should do this and do that, they should, but all those restaurants, I think they have their whole reason for doing it. So although it's not okay, I don't own a restaurant, okay, but I feel like they have their whole reason, but possibly if some legislative actions can be taken, then it's not also bad. Okay. Also cash payments, in case you find this difficult or you are kind of tired of this, that you can opt in to pay with cash instead of credit card, which can help you to avoid convenience fees altogether. Okay. If you pay with cash, then you do not have to pay any convenience fees. Okay. And providing customer feedback, okay, so if you provide feedback to customers about the dissatisfaction with convenience fee, then it might possibly help them to reconsider their pricing policy. So we can all do this together. Possibly if there is any platform we can open, or maybe drop feedback to their website telling them that you guys are not satisfied with them charging convenience fee, then this can help them to eliminate these fees, and possibly customers, or we as customers can also be able to pay with our credit card without having to think about we getting charged for convenience fees. All right, so this is what I have for you in this video tutorial. I'm certain that you've been able to learn one or two things from this video. Also, in case there's any key points from this video that you have been able to grasp, or maybe you've applied any of the key points and it worked for you, you can always let us know in the comment box. And if you have any additional key points or results, or solutions that that can work, that have worked for you in being able to bypass all these restaurant charges or convenience fee, then you can also drop them. Okay, let me feel your thoughts in the comment box. I want us to communicate together, and this way we can be able to reduce our costs, because it's not easy to also go out there, do a lot of 9 to 5 job and all that, and at the end we are getting charged a lot. All right, so thank you very much for your time. I believe this video has been helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop new videos just like this. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. Peace and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.